Hello there, FullSized here with a video on Minecraft. I am playing the Tekkit Legends mod pack, though what I'm specifically dealing with today will be a quick start guide for any mod or mod pack which includes the equivalent exchange mod. I'm going to show you how to go from almost nothing to almost unlimited build power in an hour or two. It really depends where you spawn, how fast you are at gathering the necessary materials, and how well you stay on track. But it just really doesn't take very long at all. And I'm not going to bore you with running around and collecting stuff like I'm doing right now, but I will get back and give more detailed explanation anytime I'm building anything relevant to this quick start method. And you really just don't need that much stuff. The first thing we're going to want to build is the Philosopher Stone. Obviously I've got to build some rudimentary tools and run around gathering some stuff, but our short-term goal is the Philosopher Stone. The Philosopher Stone requires redstone, glowstone, and diamond. In order to get the glowstone, we're going to need at least 3 more diamonds because we'll have to build a diamond pickaxe to mine obsidian to build a nether portal in order to go to the nether and find some glowstone. You can find glowstone in the overworld, but it's very rare. It's a more surefire method to just go to the nether and get it because it's everywhere down there. So we need to find 4 diamonds, we need to find some redstone, and then we need to build our nether portal, which means we need to find some lava or some obsidian, and then we can build that portal. So that's my short-term goal. I will be working on that. Let me go ahead and share the seed with you in case you like this map or you want to follow along. There's the seed. And at first glance, this looks like a pretty good map. It looks like I'm on the edge of 2 biomes. I got some plains over here. I've got trees over here. That looks like lava right there, which means that's probably a cave. This over here is probably a cave, and I can find some good stuff down the river. Obviously, you know, collect other resources of opportunity along the way. I see some cows right there. I'll be able to get me some easy meat. And I will get back to you in a few minutes once I get to the next build stage. Here we are back. I have basically wandered around this little area right in here and collected a few basic supplies. It's been about 10 minutes since I started. I've got some cobblestone, some wood, a little bit of charcoal that I made to run my furnace off of. I found some gravel and mined it until I got a couple pieces of flint. I'll need that later. Got some sugar cane because I'm going to need paper later, and some ink, which I might need that later, I don't know. As well as some meat. I slaughtered a couple herds of cattle, and they're still cooking off. So I built this kind of little tiny fallback base up here just to leave some of the stuff in that I don't really need to take with me, because I found this cave over here, which I mentioned earlier because it had lava in it. And it is a really nice cave. I mean, look at that sucker. It just goes for miles in every direction. Well, I don't know, half a mile. And the other really awesome thing about it is, look at that water down there. So I don't have to build a ladder to get down there. And if you can see right there in the crosshair, that's a diamond. And it's probably not alone. And there's a sheep trying to attack me. Alright, so to get down, just kerplop right down there on the water. And then, of course, the water flow is trying to push me into the lava. So quickly build some cobblestone like that, and I'm safe. So this looks absolutely beautiful. Of course there's an archer right there who wants to ruin my day. So I hide behind a little rock like that, and I'll wait for him to come over and whack him in the head. And of course he's wearing full armor too. And there's my diamond. Oh, my diamonds, look at that. There's at least 4 of them. I can't mine them yet because I don't have an iron pick yet. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video out again. I'm going to run around here and mine some stuff. Of course, there's me some obsidian. I need some of that. I need some of this lava right here too. All kinds of goodies. So, I'll be back. Probably take me 10-15 minutes to gather up a bunch of supplies down here. Alright, so here we go again. I'm back up out of the cave over there. I gathered up a few more supplies. I cooked some of them off in the furnace. Some of them are still working, as you can see. I got a little carried away. I got more stuff than I needed. One thing I did want a lot of here that isn't actually useful in and of itself is a yellowite here. It turns into refined uranium, which is worth 4,000 EMC. That's half as much as a diamond. So if you see any of that, grab it. It usually spawns in large veins, and it's one of the fastest mining blocks that there is. I also got 16 pieces of obsidian. I only needed 15. And some iron, I got some random gems. I actually found 8 diamonds down there. There was a spot of 4 where that one was that I showed you earlier, and there was another spot of 4 nearby that. So didn't do too bad down in the cave. It only took me about 15 minutes to gather all this stuff up, and of course I had it refining while I was mining, so most of it's already done. This isn't done, but we don't have to wait on it to go on to the next stage. So the next thing we need to do is build another portal. That's going to be a flint and an iron, like so. And then the obsidian, put 2 blocks like that. And then put a cobblestone in the corners. These can be obsidian, but they don't have to even be there. And then go 3 blocks high. Put 1 cobblestone there at that corner, and then 2 blocks across. And that's it. And you can cut these corner blocks out if you want. It really doesn't matter. You could also just leave them there. So then you take your flint and steel and you light it up. Now, like before, I tossed all my extra parts in here. I don't want to take them with me to the Nether, just in case I die. That way, I don't lose as much stuff. I'm going to take my pick, my sword, a few cobblestone in case I need to build a bridge, and some steak. And that's all I really have to take with me. With any luck at all, I'll spawn at a high elevation, since I am at a high elevation where I made the portal. Sometimes it sticks you way underground, and it can be a real pain to ever find any. Yeah, we're at level 81, so this isn't bad at all. That might open up there, that might open up over there. So, put some of these fires out, so I don't step on them on accident. And let's just build a little staircase and see where this goes. If this doesn't pan out, I'll go back. Nope, this is great. So this opens up into a wide open huge room here, which is great. There's no piggies immediately nearby, so I can break these without making them mad and getting them to attack me. I only need about 6 of these or 5 of these, but I'll go grab a couple extra since I'm here. And since it's right here, I'll have myself another sulfur and another quartz too. And there's a piggy attacking me. And he's dead. He didn't do much damage. So that's all I want down here. I want a blaze rod too later, but it's not a big rush. And I can see on the map already there's a fortress right here, so I won't have to go very far when I come back for a blaze rod. So here we are back at base. See if anything's done cooking. I also built, and there's tons of tin down there in that cave down there. So I built some extra buckets. I scooped up some lava, and I've been using the lava in my furnaces for fuel. And wow, does this stuff last a long time. So if you've never done that, and you've got some lava available, definitely make use of that. So now I've got my glowstone, and my redstone, and my diamond. And again, I want to build the Philosopher stone. So once you've opened up your crafting table, let me just back out of this. You right click on your crafting table to open the crafting table here, and then you left click on the item you want to build, and it brings up this little blueprint. So you back out, you try to memorize that, you try to put it down, you can't remember where everything went. Or you can just hit this little question mark right here. And now on your crafting table it shows a sort of a watermark, which makes it super easy to remember where everything goes. Now this recipe isn't that bad, but some of them are a little complicated, and especially if it's with parts that you're not normally using. So the next thing we want to build is going to be... Oh, I need to cook off some stone for this. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to build is the Transmutation Table. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. So the Transmutation Table here is going to take 4 obsidian, 4 stone, and the Philosopher Stone. And yeah, the Philosopher Stone's a little pricey to build in the first place, and you have to have it for a lot of recipes, but it doesn't get used up when you build it into a recipe. It just has to be there. And there's a Transmutation Table. There's an upgraded version of the table, which is the tablet, and the table has to be placed on something or on the ground or whatever. To use it, the tablet can be carried around, but the tablet costs 2.2 million EMC, and we don't have that much yet. So I'm going to take the Transmutation Table, and I'm just going to left shift click and place it on top of my crafting table here. And what the Transmutation Table does, if you don't know, it is super cool. It's part of the equivalent exchange mod, and it allows you to trade out one item for another, basically. So here's some stone. I put in 1 stone into the fire. It says learned, and it shows the stone over here. These are blueprints that it has learned, and therefore it can build. So I can pull the stone back out if I want to. It's not a chest. It doesn't hold things. Rather, it converts things into EMC. So now, let's take this gold nugget and toss it in there. So now it says learned, and now I've got 228 EMC. So let's say I wanted to trade a gold nugget for a bunch of stone. Bam, look at that. I've got an entire stack of stone now. I only put one in there, but I got a stack out. Now I can't build the gold nugget anymore because I don't have enough EMC. So you can click and drop stuff into the fire, and it'll learn the blueprint or the recipe for it or whatever. Or you can shift left click, or you can shift left click and drag and put a whole bunch of stuff in there at once. So I'm going to grab everything that I own so far and toss it into the tablet by left shift click and dragging. Oh, I found a slime down there in the cave too. Apparently this is a slime chunk in that cave, so great. Alright, so some things you can't put into the tablet. See, these won't go. And the reason is, it doesn't have an EMC value. This doesn't, that doesn't, that doesn't. A lot of things don't, but most things I think do. So I'm going to toss them over here into this chest. I don't need to worry about them. And then this yellowite that turns into the refined uranium, the reason I was saying earlier why it's so valuable if you find some while you're out hunting for other resources anyway, look how much EMC I've got right now. I've got 187,817. That's from everything else I've gotten so far up to this point in the game, minus these furnaces and stuff throughout. This refined uranium, this stack, is worth 200,000 EMC. So that alone, which took me less than 3 minutes total to mine once I found it, is worth more than everything else I'd gathered so far. So that's why I'm saying, if you see some yellowite when you're out running around, grab it, because it's really valuable. So now I've got 388,000 EMC. Now, for this quick start method, you can get by with about 200,000. You don't need 300,000. I had already gone out earlier, and when I was mining, I built myself some bronze armor. I think it's pretty good armor. It's better than the iron armor, and usually when I find iron, I've got other things to do with it. And bronze is made out of tin and copper, which are very common. So definitely go with the bronze armor to start with. But now I'm going to go ahead and build myself some diamond armor. I don't need a diamond block, but just to show you, I can toss it into the tablet and get the blueprint. I can also toss all these in and get the blueprints for them. And they're still in here. They don't cost me anything to have the blueprint, and yet I can still pull the item out. So this is kind of my junk chest over here, of things that can't go into the tablet. Alright, so the next thing you're going to need is, we want to damage this diamond chest plate. And if you've ever seen an EMC generator that uses a damaged diamond chest plate, that's kind of what we're starting off with. And there are some other things that we need to build, but first off, we want to start damaging this, because between damaging it and building other things, we're going to need to repair our health by eating food. So let me grab some steaks, let me grab some water, let me grab a bucket of lava. Yeah, of course, I used all my lava up in the furnaces, didn't I? Alright, so we're back up out of the cave. I got myself another bucket of lava. I'm going to come over here to my tablet and learn it. And I also need to build some signs. And I'm going to go ahead and toss them into the table just to get a blueprint and pull some back out. Okay, so now come over anywhere here you want to. It doesn't really matter where. And just dig yourself a little hole just like that. Alright, so see, you've got 2 deep here, 2 blocks deep here, and 1 right here. Now grab your sign and then put it against that bottom wall down there just like that. And then put another one right there just like that. Okay? Now take your lava and, oh, actually, need to grab some stone. And the reason is, lava can light nearby grass on fire, and you don't want that to cause any issues for you. So the lava's going to go right here, so just surround that right there with some stone, and that'll keep it from spreading fire anywhere. Alright, so now put your lava in just like that, and then come right over here down in the bottom and put your water in just like that. Now what we're trying to do again is to damage this diamond chest plate right here. In order to do that, bad guys. In order to damage the diamond chest plate, there's several ways you can do it. As you see, those mobs hit me one time, and that took the damage, or the EMC value down by 124. The fastest way that I know of, I'm pretty sure the fastest way possible to damage armor, is to jump into lava. The downside is that damages your health pretty fast too because you light on fire. And yeah, the lava does a little bit of health damage, but the fire is what really damages your health fast. Okay? You could also get an archer to shoot you, or you could set up a dispenser with arrows in it. There's all kinds of different ways that you can damage your armor. But what I want to do is damage it as fast as possible with the least amount of health damage. So to do that, I've got this situation created here where I can touch the lava, which will damage the armor, but I'm standing in water, so it won't set me on fire. So just very carefully inch your way over here, and yes, I am taking health damage, but you see my character is not on fire. So every little click there, I'm losing 124 EMC value off of this diamond chest plate. So I'll speed this up real quick and wait until my health is almost down, then we'll go on to the next part. Oh, and while you're doing this, be sure that you keep your health bar up, because that way you'll at least be repairing your health somewhat while you're damaging yourself and your armor simultaneously. And then when you get down to about 1 heart, just step sideways out of the lava. You're in the water, which makes sure you're not on fire, and then you're off to do something else. So now, as you can see, we started out with a EMC value on this as 65,000, and now we're down to 45,000. So we just damaged this by 20,000. So we'll have to repeat this cycle 2 or 3 more times in order to fully damage our chest plate, but that's fine. If you were to set up, and I've done this before, if you were to set up a dispenser to shoot arrows at you, for example, it takes way longer for each damage to inflict upon you, and it damages your health significantly faster than this. So with an arrow dispenser, you would only be able to damage your diamond chest plate about 5,000 EMC, so 1/4 as much, before you would have to remove yourself and repair your health. So this is ridiculously fast, and as far as I know, this is an original design. I've never seen anybody else do anything like this to quickly damage armor. And it's so simple. It's a couple of signs and a couple of buckets of lava and water. That's it. Alright, so while our health is repairing, and it's almost repaired all the way because I was talking about other stuff, the next thing that we want to build is a repair talisman. Or actually, we need the alchemical chest first. So the alchemical chest needs high covalent dust, medium covalent dust, low covalent dust, diamonds, the chest, blah blah blah, all this stuff. I'll leave it to you to look that up, find the recipe, and get all this stuff built. So I'll fast forward real quick building this, and then I'll get back to you. And now I'm going to blueprint that, pull it back out. The next thing I'm going to need is a condenser, and that's going to be 4 diamonds, 4 obsidian, and that alchemical chest there. Again, that's a condenser. There's a condenser Mark 1 and a Mark 2. Right now we're just going to build the Mark 1. And there's the energy condenser, and then I'm going to blueprint it. And I'm going to grab an energy condenser and an alchemical chest and pull them out. So now I'm going to come over here. It doesn't matter where you put this, wherever you want. And I'm going to set my energy condenser there and my alchemical chest right there. And now I need to build a repair talisman. And there's my repair talisman. And I'm going to learn that. Okay, now the repair talisman can be a little tricky to your operation here, because if it's in your inventory, it will repair your armor right here. Okay? So what I want to do to make sure it doesn't start repairing my chest plate that I'm using is I'm going to toss it in this box over here. Now I'm going to grab a bunch of repair talismans. I hear somebody. He must have been approaching me and fell in the lava because he went down in 1 hit. So that's kind of funny. Alright, so now I got these repair talismans, and I'm going to start filling up this alchemical chest with them. And if you don't have a bunch of EMC, then you don't have to have all of these. You can put in, like, you know, a row of them or something would be fine. But these aren't going to be here very long, so I'm just going to toss a bunch in, and then I'll get all my EMC back out of them anyway. Alright, so now I can grab my chest plate back out, put it back on, and the thing is, my helmet and my boots and my leggings, they get damaged faster than my diamond chest plate because the diamond chest plate has more durability. So I'm going to take them off and throw them in here, and it's going to repair them because parts in a alchemical chest with repair talismans in it, it repairs them. The more repair talismans you have, the faster it repairs them. So that's just to keep from popping any of this other armor while I'm continuing to damage the chest plate. So now I'm going to speed this up again while I sit here and damage this further, and I'll get back to you in a minute. Alright, so this is quite damaged now. I won't even have to do another full cycle in order to completely damage it to where I want. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this stuff off and repair it one more time real quick. And then put it back on. And then the next thing we're going to need to build, and while we're healing, we'll work on that, we need an auto crafting table. So auto crafting table is going to be a chest, a crafting table, some gold nuggets, some wood, and some cobblestone. And there's an auto crafting table. Now we need a hopper, chest in the middle, iron in a V shape around it like that, and there's just a hopper. So go ahead and put that into the table and put that in there just to learn it. And you can go ahead and grab an auto crafting table back out and some hoppers, 6 of them. And the next thing we need is some energy condensers. But you see, we need 3 of them minimum, but we can only afford 2 right now because we're out of EMC. So now back to this operation. We're fully healed. Alright, so here's my diamond chest plate. It's at an EMC value of 868. Now, I know from previous experience, and you know because I'm telling you right now, that it can be down to 124 before it breaks. But, God forbid, I accidentally break the thing and have to start all over. So, I've got my alchemical chest here, I've got my condenser here. I'm going to open the condenser, and I'm going to take this chest plate, and I'm going to set it as the target in this condenser. And the reason I'm doing that is because, in case you don't know how condensers work, they collect EMC from a variety of sources, including just tossing something in. I could toss in some steaks. And once it gets 868 EMC worth, then it will build me another one of these damaged chest plates. Okay? So that's a spare. It's a backup just in case I break this other one. I don't have to start all the way over. So now I want to come down in here and very carefully damage it until it gets down to 124. And there we go. Now it's at 124. Alright, so now remove this target right here. Take your damaged diamond chest plate off again and set it as the new target. And you see it's worth, what, 7 times as much as that old one was. So now, here's the cool part. We're going to generate some EMC. So right now in our tablet we have 89,000 EMC. So I'm just going to convert all of that I can into diamonds, which gives me 10 diamonds. Well, there's 12 diamonds. Okay, so I've got 12 diamonds and I'm almost out of EMC. So I'm going to toss all that into this chest here and let it turn it into damaged diamond chest plates. And it more than filled it up. So now I'm going to grab all these out that my inventory will hold, and I'm going to put them into this alchemical chest with the repair talismans. And so now it's each one of these diamond chest plates was worth 124 EMC. Now they're worth 65,000 and some EMC. So just off of that, and we've got all these more that we can build here, let's toss these into our tablet and see how much money we've got. we're already up to 1.7 million EMC just from doing that manually one single time. So let's do this a couple more times just to generate a little more EMC. It doesn't take very long at all. And there we go, we're up to 3.8 million EMC. So the next thing we want to build is the Transmutation Tablet. That way we don't have to keep running over this table every time. So we need a Transmutation Table for dark matter and some stone. And there's me another table, which we already had one of. This stuff, yeah. Okay. So now I've got that. I'm going to go ahead and blueprint it. And then grab some of it back out. And then we need a diamond block, which I made earlier. Okay. And I'm going to learn that one. And then pull out some dark matter. I need 4 of them. And there's a dark matter block. And then, since I've already got this stuff out anyway, I'll go ahead and make a red matter, which is just like that. And then I'll put all this stuff away. So I need the table back. And I need the dark matter. And then some stone, which I put away. Table in the middle, surround it with dark matter, and surround that with stone. And there's a Transmutation Tablet. So I'm going to put it into the table just to learn it, and then I've got it right here. So now, when I'm walking around over here, I can right-click and bam, I've got all my stuff available to me. And if I pull out a Philosopher stone and put it in the second slot, now, if you hold it in your hand, let me eat some food. So you hold the Philosopher stone in your hand and hit C, and it brings up a crafting table. So now you've got your portable inventory with all your EMC available to you, and a portable crafting table, and those 2 items. I mean, can you beat that? Really? That's kind of awesome. So now, back over here, well, no, not over here, I don't need to be here. We've got plenty of EMC now. I need to get a auto crafting table, and some hoppers. You only need 6 of them, I think. And we only need 3 energy condensers, but I'll go ahead and grab a few. And then you need high covalent dust. And then you also need, oh, this is what I need over here. You need one of these damaged diamond chest plates. Alright, so let me grab another one of these just to show you what this is all about. So, if you use a regular crafting table, you put a damaged diamond chest plate in the middle and surround it with high covalent dust, it will give you a completely repaired diamond chest. He gave me a carrot. How do you like that? So that's the principle. You're using, let's see, 8 of these, which is a value of 1,664, and a diamond chest plate, which is damaged, for a value of 124. So for less than 2,000 EMC, you're turning it into 65,000 EMC, giving you a profit of over 63,000 EMC every time you do that build. So what we're going to do is set up a way to auto build it. So anywhere over here, it doesn't matter where, drop down one of your energy condensers. Walk around to the back of it, hold down left shift, and then right click to put a hopper against it. And if you look on the side, you can see the hopper kind of goes down and over into it. If the hopper looks like that, where it's just going straight down, that's not going to work. So your hopper's going into this condenser right here. Now, drop your auto crafting table on top of it, and then we need to build a wrench, because that crafting table is the wrong side up. And then you put it in a Y shape around that gear, and you get a wrench from Buildcraft. Learn that blueprint, grab your wrench back out, and now on any side of this table, it doesn't matter where, just click it, right click it with the wrench until it rotates to look just like that. You want the brown side facing down. That's the top of the table, you want it facing down. Now get off your wrench, otherwise you will just rotate it again. Right click your table and set up your blueprint just like this. That's your damaged diamond chest plate in the middle and your high covalence dust all the way around it. Now do the same thing you did before. Shift and then right click to put a hopper against the side, just like that on both sides, and then put an energy condenser on top, whoops, not up there, on top of each of those hoppers. Alright, now in this energy condenser, you're going to set the target item as the damaged diamond chest plate, and in this energy condenser, you're going to set the target item as the high covalent dust. Alright, well, nothing's happening because there's no EMC in either one of these. So grab a couple pieces of red matter, because if you don't have enough EMC, go over and run this cycle a couple more times. You'll get tons of EMC. And you don't even have to kickstart it with red matter. You could use a diamond. It doesn't matter what you use. But I'm going to use red matter. So toss a red matter or something of an EMC value in there. And you see it starts making high covalent dust over here and damaged diamond chest plates over here. They feed down into these hoppers and then into the table. The table will only hold one line of any particular item. That way, the table doesn't instantly fill up with a bunch of damaged diamond chest plates and then have no room for the high covalent dust. The other interesting thing about this is it takes 8 times as much high covalent dust for this recipe as it does diamond chest plates. So, inevitably, the choke point is going to be your high covalent dust. So this right here is already working. You see how many chest plates it's already kicked out. And if you want, you can also set, we get another piece of red matter, and set that as a target item. So instead of filling this thing up with diamond chest plates in a couple of minutes, it will just automatically start converting it into red matter. Okay, so to make this way more efficient, we're going to increase the amount of high covalence dust that's being fed into. Just like that. So now I've got hoppers all the way around it on every possible surface. And then I'm going to put another energy condenser on each one of these. And I need more high covalent dust and more red matter. So you set that as the target item. You drop in a red matter to kickstart it. And it's off and running. Down here I've got more red matter generated already. I'm going to get something to stand on so I can get up here. And then I'm going to put another energy condenser up here. Same thing. Set the target as high covalent dust and put in one red matter. Then right here, same thing. And of course, somebody's going to attack me in the middle of this. Another energy condenser, target high covalent dust, and toss in one red matter. Just like that. And this baby is going to be kicking out about 10 or 11 red matter every minute. That's a lot of red matter. I mean, there's 10 red matter right there. That's 4.6 million EMC. That's kind of incredible. And the whole thing is completely gravity fed. The only thing you had to do to start it was put in some red matter up here. Now, as you can see, one red matter has made this much high covalent dust. So in 20-30 minutes or so, it's going to run out of high covalent dust. This system could be completely automated with buildcraft pipes, but it makes it so much more complicated. It's just not that hard. So go work on something else on your base and come back in about 5 minutes and you will have about a stack of red matter in here. Okay? Once you have some red matter built up, go ahead and take and drop, say, 5 more red matter into each one of these chests that's making your high covalence dust. And that's going to keep it going for quite a while. I mean, hours and hours. You don't need to put any more into this one because the EMC value of these is so much lower than the one red matter that you already put in there. So this should have enough EMC in it now to completely fill this chest with high covalent dust and then some. It's going to keep falling into that table, through these hoppers, and into this chest, spitting out more and more red matter. And once you've got these with about 5 or 6 red matter in each of them, then consider the thing set up. If you need more EMC generation at this point, then I would highly recommend just building another one of these. You build 2 of them, and instead of making 10 red matter a minute, you're making 20 red matter a minute. You build 2 more, now you're making 40 red matter a minute. Sky's the limit on this. This is not the final EMC generator that you want to build though, because again, you do have to keep loading it manually. This is going to be the end of this episode. This is your quick start guide. We went from absolutely nothing to an unlimited supply of EMC right here, which, yeah, it's not generating super duper fast, but 10 red matter a minute isn't bad. A little under an hour. 1 hour from absolutely nothing to this. Next time, I'm going to show you how to build an EMC generator that is fully automatic. It completely resupplies itself and runs forever. The other cool thing about it is, instead of making 10 red matter a minute, it makes about 5 red matter a second. It is blazing fast, okay? So you're going to want to come back and join me for that, but that's the end of this tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Like, subscribe, and all that. Thank you very much. Have a good day.